And again, back to our Milton International Arena A, and you're watching TaniaDenny riding her Frisian Vincent the Viking as they move into their adult Prix St George championship test. Tania also coached by Andrea Harrison. And having produced Vincent the Viking from the lower levels up to these open classes. Riding through a really correct shoulder in there. And into the left half pass. Tania losing a little bit of control of the horse's hindquarters there, but riding the stride nice and big, which is sometimes trickier on the colder blooded horses. And pushing for her extended trot there, and showing a clear transition at F back to her collected trot. And smoothly into her right shoulder in, riding a voltaire to the right, and into her right half pass. The voltaire fundamentally just being a slightly smaller circle than a 10-meter circle, usually approximately 8 meters in diameter, and moving into the walk movements, ready for the walk pirouettes. Now here Tania showing her strengths, ready for that turn to the left. Stepping a little bit wide there, unfortunately, but still keeping a good solid rhythm. And moving on into her extended walk across the diagonal. And while he might not be as big moving as some of the imported dressage horses that you're seeing here today, his temperament and his rideability mean that he can perform the higher movements. And as ever, horses are never machines, and multitasking is often required throughout a dressage test that can last up to 10 minutes. Moving into that canter half pass. And a good change. The Frisians sometimes slightly heavier, and they can tend to be slightly delayed in the flying changes, although that change to the left didn't look tricky at all. And moving on to the half pirouette. Slightly big there, but again, not compromising the fluency of the test. And Tania riding fairly accurately and consistently, which is also one of the criteria that the judges look to reward or penalize. Vincent the Viking there having an early change behind to the left, but fairly consistent throughout the rhythm. And moving on to the 3 time changes across the long diagonal. And finding these fairly easy. Once more late in front to the left, So small mistakes there that the judges will have to penalise, but by no means a major fault in the horse's way of going. And smoothly ridden there in the extended canter to the flying change, and ready for their final centre line. And a fairly solid halt there to finish off the test. And Tania really having a good ride through there. And very chuffed with her boy.